What is going on, guys? It is your boy By2K, and today I'm going to be showing you guys a video on how to increase your collector level in NBA 2K20 Myteam. Now, the way I'm going to be showing you guys this does not involve buying packs or anything like that. I know some people make these videos and then they go like, oh yeah, if you just go to the pack market here and you go to these base packs, yeah, if you just spend your MT, you know, you might get lucky and pull a silver player. That's not what I'm talking about today. That's not even worth doing anymore. Like, there's only two collections that actually have silver players that actually go for a decent amount, and the odds of you pulling them obviously are like slim to none. So we're not even gonna remotely even touch that today. What I'm gonna be going over is obviously just straight up the collections and how I've collected, you know, like 1,380 cards. We're almost at this Anton Jameson, which is pretty cool. I actually, you know, I kind of want him. I don't know if I'm gonna use him really, but he'll be a fun card to use either way. So, you know, we're pretty close to him 120 away. But yeah, I'm just gonna basically show you guys how I've collected all these cards, and I don't really spend money in this game. You guys know that. I don't open a lot of packs. When I do open packs for like streams and videos, it's not even on my account, so you guys know that I'm not like opening, you know, a bunch on here. So the way I've been actually able to complete a lot of collections and stuff like that is basically like this. Okay, so the current collection, you guys can see I have all of them done. This is something that I've done actually pretty recently, like in the past couple days. I made a video yesterday on all the tokens that I made, and I showed you guys how I've completed all these collections. I'm gonna show you guys this. Now this is really good when you guys actually like see like new promos and stuff come out. These are when silvers, like the silver prices on these cards, drop to an extreme amount. So for 2,000 MT, you guys can see like all the different cards that come up. There's the Mavericks, or there's some Mavericks players, there's some Bucks players, there's some Spurs players, some Wizards players, some Clippers players. So that's a pretty decent amount here, you know. When you raise this up to just 2,250. Now there's some Warriors players, there's more Grizzlies players, there's more Clipper players, there's Laker players. So you guys can see like there's a lot of good cards, especially for cheap. Now there's some Nets players out here, more Bucks players, Nets players now even. So basically, when you're looking at the auction house and you see these cards for this cheap, you want to scoop them up. 2,000 MT for a silver player is very good, especially like in the sense that when the game first came out, they were going for like, you know, 3K, 4K, stuff like that. So you can see like I'm just scrolling through here, and yeah, you guys can see all the ones that are coming up. So really, like, this is when you want to be taking advantage of buying silver players, especially when new promos, new, you know, cards just drop in general, because a lot more people are ripping packs. Like Derrick Rose is one of like the good ones that the auction kind of crashed a little bit. Nothing too crazy, but it definitely crashed. I mean, you can even bump it up a little bit more, and then you guys can see like more of a variety of these cards coming up. So current day collections are pretty good when it comes to stuff like this. And then obviously, like, if you, I don't really need to show you guys this, but I will anyway. Like gold players, you know, you can put the 950 and a bunch come up. Emerald players, you can, you know, put it at 950, a bunch pop up. Same thing with sapphires. I believe there's gonna be a few that pop up. Not like as much obviously as the other ones. And I don't think there's gonna be any rubies. Yeah, I was gonna say, so rubies and amethyst might be a little bit higher. We'll put it to like 2K, I was gonna say, and maybe you're gonna get some that pop up. Let's see. Yeah, you'll get some current day rubies that pop up. There aren't gonna be any amethysts, obviously. But yeah, that's actually basically how you want to be completing the current day collection. Just go through here, you know, take your time, you know, there's no reason to rush it. Set this at 500 and 2,000, and then this enable thing actually comes in clutch. So when you know, enable this, nothing's gonna come up for me because I already have but I was still set on amethyst, but I actually already have them. I'm selling my Paul George. I'll get into that in another video. But yeah, you guys kind of see, like, you know, like the current day collections are very easy when you're going through and just getting all those silver players. It'll actually like start building up pretty quick. Moving on to the heat check collection. Now the heat checks, you guys can see I only have like what, 3? Yeah, I only have 3 collections completed, and I actually just completed the Suns last night. So the heat checks are a little bit more difficult in my opinion to actually go through and complete. You guys can see like I'm almost done with the Hawks, and then I'm almost done with the Blazers as well. So all these Blazers players I got for 3K or under. That is what you want to be doing with heat check players. And the heat check players, ideally when you want to be picking these up are when moments of the week players come out, because a lot of people open the heat check bundles rather than doing the what's it called, the like moments bundles. So when they're opening the heat check bundles, they're still getting heat check players, which people are still throwing up there. And especially if it's a good card like the Damian Lillard that came out, like the Luka, like the Levine, especially a lot of people are opening for that Levine, and a lot of these prices were tanking. I obviously didn't buy Hazonia because last night there was only one up on here that was going for like 32K, so obviously I didn't buy him. CJ McCollum, like some of like the bigger name players, obviously you're gonna have to, you know, just buy, you know, because it's gonna be whatever. But like Lillard last night was going for like 20k, and you guys can see his price is actually already dropping. This is also really good for sniping as well. This is what I wanted to touch up on a little bit, is sniping, heat checks, and stuff like that, because right now these players are going to be very cheap. So you want to be buying them right now, but you also want to be looking at some other players that are going to be like stupid cheap. Like right here, this Brandon Goodwin last night, he was going for 9k. I'm not paying 9k, but I will pay 2,900 for him. So that's another card added to the collection. Same thing with Bruno Fernando. There was 2 up last night. One was this 100k one that's been up for obviously 24 hours, and then there's another one up for 14k. So again, I'm not going to spend, you know, anything on him. Evan Turner, again, didn't buy him because, again, he was pretty expensive. But now 3,500 actually is still low enough for me to buy it. I don't really recommend you buying it if it's over 100k. I'm just super impatient, so I will end up buying it. Same thing with Kevin Huerter. I'll just buy it for 3,500 and call it a day. DeAndre Bembry, same thing, 3,600 is close enough for me. But yeah, like ideally you guys want to make sure that you guys are staying kind of under the 3k mark. It just really does work out in the long run for your collections and saving MT and stuff like that. But yeah, so for heat checks are a pain in the ass to complete, in my opinion, because like now you guys can see it, like we're only this Bruno Fernando away. I could just spend the 6k and be like, yeah, you know, 25 tokens. It's not really worth it. I'm going to save my MT, because that extra 3k that I'm going to be saving, I can actually just go ahead and buy somebody maybe in the Blazers collection that'll be one step closer to getting another card. So you really want to be like, you know, stingy with your MT. You know, you want to make sure that you're not overpaying for a lot of cards and stuff like that. I do that a lot, but I get also really lucky with pulling diamonds out of packs using MT. So it's kind of why I do that. I don't care half the time. But yeah, so you want to be making sure that you guys are being patient with it, like with the auction, and make sure that when new like promos come out, that's when you're really going to be taking advantage of the current collections and the heat check collections. Current ones with the amethyst and stuff like that, you really don't want to spend more than probably 20k on them. The only one that you're going to have to is Giannis, just because Giannis is Giannis in 2K is definitely still very good. I picked him up for 32k, I think, last night. I kind of got lucky. You guys could see, like, I locked him in. Probably could have flipped him for a decent profit. That one's for 3,700. But yeah, so with the, so like excluding the amethyst, the only thing you really have to worry about is like, you know, getting the silvers, golds, amethysts. I mean, silvers, golds, rubies, emeralds, like all that sort of stuff. And you can do that very easily, especially when promos drop. Like I did say, the prices will drop and it'll be easier for you to buy. Now, the biggest thing people are going to ask me, and people have asked me a lot, is if Domination is worth it. It is 100% worth it, because when you're going through here, I've already made videos talking about the tokens. However, going through there, you get a lot of jerseys, obviously, and these jerseys do help you towards your collector levels. I still haven't received my jersey for Cliff Robinson. I don't really care. I'm not going for J Rich anyway. But yeah, again, you get a lot of jerseys through Domination. Same thing with my boy Muhammad over here. Haven't gotten the jerseys for him either. But yeah, you get a lot of different jerseys that does help towards your collection. And then on top of that, you do get these ball cards that do help towards them as well. And then they do give you 2 free cards on top of that. So you're getting actually a lot of free cards out of this. So yeah, you want to really make sure that you guys are, you know, completing Domination. And then again, current Domination, you get all these free players. So not only are you getting like free players that can help you out, but you're also adding towards your collection, like I said. So Domination actually gives you a big boost. I mean, this is like well over 100 cards, like with ease, like right here between the like, or it's almost like 130, 140. I'm not really gonna do the math on that right now, but that really helps you out with adding obviously to your collections. And then same thing with these logos and stuff like that. You know, you get the logos, which gives you, you know, 10 tokens each, and then you get the court. So it's really worth doing. You're gonna get a lot more cards towards your collector level. I mean, I could do the math on that, but yeah, it's easily like 160 cards that you're gonna be adding to your collection that are going to boost you pretty well. I mean, you think about 160 cards is pretty good, because if you scroll over here to the collector levels, 160 cards is putting you almost at this Ruby Daryl Dawkins, which if you're a budget baller, I mean, maybe not so much anymore, but he is a pretty good card. I mean, he did wonders for me, so I would definitely pay attention and look to get this card just from grinding through Domination. Like, odds are if you're grinding through Dom and you're already like at that point, you would already have him. So maybe it's putting you closer to these tokens, or maybe this MT, or maybe even Walter Davis. It's still a good game mode to grind out, stuff like that. That's why I always tell you guys to make sure you're grinding out TTO as well. There's some Evo cards in there that you can pick up, free agent cards that'll add to your collection, and then like random packs that you might actually pull something from. So yeah, Domination is like a really good way to add towards your collector levels. I mean, you guys can see the collector level thing. And then one thing I did want to talk about as well is when promos do come out, like I was saying before, you really want to make sure you guys are picking up these cheap cards when they're out. Like literally, like these cheap cards, if you guys are trying to go far, the golds, the sapphires, emeralds, and then even the rubies are very cheap. Like they're not worth, I mean, probably now with some of these older ones you can go back and sell them, but it's definitely worth picking up. Same thing with these prime packs. Now this is something that I've made the mistake on doing. Well, I've sold my Terrence Ross, but a lot of these guys go for pretty cheap when they come out. Not so much the prime ones anymore, but like mainly the legacy ones. These guys are always super cheap when they drop. They're always like 1K, 2K MT. So make sure you guys pick them up. They're good budget ballers as well, so you want to really make sure that you're just getting them. You guys know a lot of these guys have come out recently, and they're pretty good. Oh, God. Yeah, I know you guys are going to say bless me in the chat. I feel it. But, yeah, again, especially with these Spotlight Series ones, you guys really want to make sure that you guys are getting these done. Because, like this Michael Thompson, I don't even know I have. You guys can see, like, he's a gold player, and he actually does go for a very good amount, or a decent amount, I guess. Like, 4K for a gold is actually not that bad. I'm going to just keep him, you know, just in case, you know, people want them. But you guys can see, like, even some of their values are still pretty cheap. So you want to just make sure that you're picking them up, adding them towards your collection, stuff like that. These promos, when they drop, are extremely nice. And these moments of the week ones, like the lower tier cards when they drop, are so good because they're good budget ballers as well. That's definitely worth just keeping in your collection, you know, especially if you're trying to grow it. Now, when it comes to probably like the most easiest way to grow your collection, I probably should have started with this, but I kind of wanted to break it down like in order. This is by far the easiest spot to actually grow your collection, and that is going to be jerseys. And then when you scroll down here, coaches, arenas, playbooks, and logos. That is like by far the easiest way to do this. Now, things that don't count towards your collection are like contracts, injury cards. I know don't. And then shoes. That's why I always go ahead and quick sell all my shoes just to get that added MT or extra MT. But these jerseys are really clutch. Now, I'm not so much worried about my collector level as I am getting collections done for D-Rob. So you guys can see I'm really close. And then I'm going to take my MT, put it back into these jersey, you know, collections and build up my collections a little bit more. But you guys can see, like, I have most of them already. But these jerseys are actually pretty efficient with collecting and actually growing your collector level because they're all very cheap. Like, they're not, like, crazy cheap. Like, you're not going to be pulling them for, like, you know, next to nothing. I mean, you might get lucky, you know, you never know. But let's see, like, we'll just go 500. Let's lower that a little bit. 450. You guys can see some of them are still coming up, some of them that I don't even have already. 400. So you guys can see 300, 350, pretty low. If you guys don't have them, I mean, it's pretty like efficient to actually just go through and do this. Bump it up a little bit more. You guys see like a little bit more pop up. It's definitely worth going through, like I said, and just picking up all these jerseys because you will grow your collection so fast and not even realize it because all these cards are like relatively cheap. So the good thing about this is if you set a goal out for yourself and you say, you know what, I want to go and get like Jameson and then stop, right? So say you hit Jameson, you can go through and sell all those back. So it's not even like you're really losing too much MT. That's why if you guys aren't going to go far in the token board, I don't really recommend locking these in. If you lock them in, obviously you can't sell anything back. So if you're going just for the collection value, then yeah, I wouldn't really recommend locking them in. But the tokens do really help you out, in my opinion. Like, I mean, you guys could see like what this is, like 5 teams here, so it's, well, obviously it's 15 and 15. So you're going through, I mean, that's 30 times 20, so you're looking at 600 tokens that these give you just from completing. So it's definitely worth going through and completing these. Honestly, like, that's just my thing. Like, it's really worth doing because it's going to get you so far. And then I think the math on the heat check ones is 750 alone. So like I said, you really want to be making sure that you're going through and grinding all of these out. It definitely works out in the long run for you guys. And yeah, so as far as collection level, that's basically it. I mean, same thing with the coaches. Like the coaches, like the diamond coaches, obviously don't worry about. Same thing with the amethyst ones, maybe. But as far as like these bronze coaches, like in the gold and emerald and rubies, they are stupidly cheap. The sapphires as well. Like, you really want to make sure that you're just going through and getting them. Silver coaches don't have the same value as the players, so they're always going to go for cheap. And same thing with courts. Arenas don't really have value unless it's like maybe like the 13 Heat, 08 Celtics, stuff like that. Those tend to have more value just because, like, you know, their people like them. Same thing like this Raptors court maybe. And then playbooks. Yeah, the only expensive playbooks are like the Bucks, and then, you know, because of your boy, the Nets playbook, which again, I'm sorry about that. But, you know, hey, it works out. You know, this playbook is pretty damn good when it comes to completing challenges. So, yeah, I hope this video did help you guys out. Do me a favor, if you guys are new, go ahead and hit the like button for your boy if you guys did enjoy the video. And I meant to say, if you guys are new, be sure to subscribe. It would be greatly appreciated. Again, you guys have been killing the support lately. Like, absolutely killing it. So do me a favor, and if you guys are new, join the movement to 21K. We just hit 20K like a day ago, and we're already almost at 20.2 because like y'all are literally just crazy. We've been on a streak that it's been like 6 or 7 days now in a row that every single day has been 100+ subs. So keep it rolling, support your boy. It would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.